elevate your growth and your joy in your life, like no matter what it is you're working on, whether it has to do with your career or a relationship or your health, your wellness, doesn't matter what it is. If you do this one every day, and you can even do it today and right now, it is going to shift things for you and just make the process of making things happen in your life, working towards goals, a whole lot more fun and just enjoyable overall. So here it is. I'm just going to give you what it is right now. It's super simple. All it is celebrating your wins. So it's super simple, right? Like, I just need to celebrate my wins and everything is just gonna feel better and I'm actually gonna experience more growth in my life. Yes, but do we do that? I mean, tell me the truth. Have you heard of that before? Probably, right? But we actually practice it? Do we actually do it? No, not really. And the reason is, and doesn't mean that it can't happen for you, but this is the reason why we kind of struggle to make this a part of our life. And it's because our brains are often focused on what is going wrong, what is not working out for us, what is not going well, instead of what is going right. Have you ever noticed this? A simple example of this would be that you woke up today and it's a beautiful sunny day. It's warm. You're feeling so good because you slept really well. You're excited about the day. You head over to the coffee machine and you're just like, oh, I just want to make some coffee. And then you realize your coffee maker is not working. Like for whatever reason, it's just not working, and you start to get frustrated and you start to get hyper focused on the fact that this thing is not working and it's not working the way you wanted it to work, and you just start to get agitated and you just like throw your hands up in the air and you're just like, of course this would happen to me, of course this would happen today of all days, of course this would happen, right? Why do we do this? Why do we, when things are going well, all of a sudden just focus on the thing that isn't working out so well? Actually, my daughter does this quite often. She will tell us that she's having the best day ever, and then something will happen, like she'll step on a doll, or our dog will run into her, and she'll just be like, oh, this is the worst day ever. All right. And then something good will happen, and then she'll be, this is the best day ever. She just goes between the two. But we do the same thing, maybe not as dramatic, but we do the same thing throughout the day. Most of the times, our brain is just focused on what's not working well. And this is because our brain is primarily built for survival. So when our brains are looking for things that are going wrong or that need to be fixed, it's because the survival mode has been activated. That means that whenever anything is going great, it doesn't even matter. Whenever anything is going great, our brain is looking for just looking for the one thing that could just flip it all upside down. The one thing that could get in the way of what we want. The one thing that could make it impossible for us to feel the way we want to feel. The one thing that could be danger, that could be trouble. It's the one thing that could keep us from being awake and alert. Now, this survival mode is really helpful if we were actually surviving in like the desert or the jungle or in some situation like that. But in everyday life, it's not that helpful, right? Because we're focusing on things that we don't need to focus on in the moment, and these are things that don't necessarily make us feel good or make us want to do more or go after more and dream bigger. So when our brain is just automatically goes to that place of like, this is sucks, this is horrible, this is another problem that I need to fix, it makes it really, really hard to see and identify and celebrate our wins, right? And when we celebrate our wins, this is how we actually kind of move out of that survival brain, and we actually grow and we achieve and we see that, oh my God, we can do more. And we begin to see how everything is linked in our life, and how one thing creates another thing and creates another thing in positive, like positive actions. And how when we stay focused on those things, we actually feel better, we do more, we have more to give, and we are just elevated in terms of our energy and what we believe is possible for ourselves. When we can take ourselves out of that survival brain, so many things can shift and grow and open up for us. So wins might look like for you, for me, for anybody, right? Our wins might look like waking up earlier, doing a meditation when we wake up in the morning, having a nutritious smoothie, choosing that over something else, reading a book instead of scrolling social media, um, calling a friend that you haven't talked to in a long time, sharing a goal that may be a goal or a dream that's really important to you, and you haven't really talked about it with anybody else, but you decide to, that can be a big win. Clarifying your career vision, getting paid. Oh my God, that's so fun. Signing up for a 5K race, and something that seems so simple but is so powerful is just simply sitting still, drinking some coffee, visualizing your day. That can be such a big win. And when we celebrate those things, they may seem so simple and so small, but you know what happens? When we celebrate those things, we make those things happen more. So, whatever we celebrate, we replicate. We make them happen more and more in our life. We bring our awareness, our attention to those things. And when our brain focuses on those things, on the things that make us feel good, on the things that bring us in like an internal kind of high, that make us feel the way that we really desire to feel, this place of being in a possibility space, our brain goes, yeah, that feels pretty good. When we direct our attention there, we begin to focus on creating more and more of those experiences versus the problems, versus the situations where we're like, oh no, everything's wrong. Whatever we focus on is what we grow, right? So if we're focusing on things that are going wrong, we're just going to create more of that energy. We're going to create more of the opportunities to see all these things that are going wrong. But if we focus on what's going right and we celebrate them, no matter how small, important practice to really help you so that you don't slip into this. Maybe it's a familiar place for you of slipping back into a place of just like focusing so hard on what is not going well. To really get yourself out of that place and into a possibility space, I want you today to write down your wins. Share them here below in the comments, or write them down on a piece of paper, or text them to a friend, or share them with your partner. Well, it doesn't really matter what you do with them as long as you write them down and you do, like, you allow the space to really sit in it and acknowledge it and celebrate that you did something really important and powerful for yourself today. Focus on that. Focus on celebrating your wins, and you will create more of them. Guaranteed. This is a super powerful mindset shift that will take you further than if you were to focus on the things that are not going well. What you focus on grows. Grow your wins, celebrate your wins, and you will replicate more of those wins. You will replicate more of that positive growth energy, more joy, more goodness, more possibilities. Okay? So enjoy your day. Celebrate your wins. Enjoy this beautiful win feel filled day. Make it happen. Take a minute, one minute, excuse me, take 1 minute, write down your wins, and then move on with your day with those in mind leading the way. Okay, have a great day. Bye.